Then get out, get back to life. Stat Emergency Centers. Proven leadership, experience, and high standards in patient care and services. The difference sets us apart. Stat Emergency Centers was the first to implement a modern approach in emergency room services. Voted best freestanding ER and now first to develop an independent physician-owned specialty inpatient acute care hospital. Your healthcare matters to us. Thank you, Laredo, for trusting Stat Emergency Centers and providers with your healthcare needs. Excellence is not a given. You earn it.
And we're back live. Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass. El número para llamar para las órdenes, si ¿qué números pueden llamar para hablar para las comidas o el breakfast,
Okay.
o el desayuno?
Sí, tenemos dos teléfonos. Es el 830-325-3663. 830-776-3269.
Esos son los dos números
Sí.
que pueden llamar para hacer sus órdenes.
Y
También tenemos, tienen la comida. La comida empieza desde las 10 y media o...
Sí, mira, almuerzos hay todo el día.
Todo el día.
Todo el día. Y las comidas desde las 10:30 a 11.
Ok.
Ya estamos.
La señorita Dorita, usted es la señorita de la cocina.
Sí,
Es la que hace todos los
Mira.
deliciosos tacos y platillos.
Los deliciosos platillos, claro que sí, aquí en mi ranchito restaurante.
El caldo también
El
tiene
caldo de res sabrosísimo, sí, le gusta mucho a la gente.
El caldo de res
Lo
es todos los
buscan
días.
mucho, sí, es de todos los días.
Todos los días. ¿Algún platillo que le gusta más hacer dentro las horas de la comida? ¿Qué es lo más favorito o qué es lo que le piden más?
Pues piden mucho el caldo. Lo buscan mucho.
Okay.
Guisados.
El guisado.
Y el guisado, las tan pequeñas, riquísimas. Ajá.
También tienen deliciosos tan pequeña, el caldo de res. Vengan, tomen la oportunidad. También se pueden llevar para llevar.
Sí, todo,
Okay.
todo hay para llevar.
Todo es para llevar desde las 6:30 de la mañana, hasta las 2 de la tarde.
2:30.
2:30 de la tarde.
Sí.
Estamos ubicados 1720 Del Rio Boulevard, 1720 Del Rio Boulevard, Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant. As we have the coaches here, Coach Eric Graciñor is here with us, Coach Tom Gonzalez, and we have two special guests. Ahorita lo permitimos en venir en nuestro segundo tiempo. We are talking today with Coach Tom Gonzalez and Eric Graciñor as we enter week 4 of Gridiron Talk, and of course Texas high school football. The fourth week, everybody gets the non-district game. After that, it's district. Estamos hablando un poquito de fútbol americano.
Claro.
Estamos con los coaches. So, thank you again, Ms. Teresa Mata, Dorita, y la mesera Sandra. They're here to take care of all your needs in the morning when you come in to eat here at Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720 Del Rio Boulevard. We'll be back with more after this.
Okay, gracias.
Valdez Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful team season.
Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Hey everyone, my name is Rudy with Mattress Clearance Warehouse. inviting you to come and see the best priced mattresses in all of Laredo and now our new location in Eagle Pass. Take advantage of our great promotion that we have right now. For only $40 down, you can take your mattresses home today. Get 90 days same as cash. Queen sets start at only $150. We have a wide selection of different styles and different prices. Save as much as 75% off from big store prices. Call the number on your screen. Call me today.
Valdez Tire Record Service located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful team season.
And we're back live. We got a special guest with us, Adrian Diaz, El Gran Sabor. He's a local Tex-Mex cumbia. If you want to go ahead and...
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenos días a todos que están a través aquí del canal.
Real Sports Live Southwest.
Real Sports Live Southwest. Saludos.
And we got him in because he this is the place to be for him as far as breakfast. Es uno de los restaurantes que más le gusta.
Así es. Aquí estamos todas las mañanas en mi ranchito. Al tal almuerzo con sabor,
You have to put in the con sabor. They have a $3.99 special, 3 tacos with coffee free at $3.99. Of course, we're week 4 Gridiron Talk, and we got a special guest. We got another special guest that we're going to bring in a little later. So it's like that. Every time we go somewhere, there's a special guest. Of course, the coaches are having their breakfast meal this morning and having a bit of a talk at the table. Adrián, tienen un show, ¿no? Que viene, que van a hacer. Vi un poster. No sé si tienen algún show.
Hace poquito estuvimos ahí en el casino aquí de Eagle Pass y fue un éxito total. Y le damos las gracias a toda la gente aquí de Eagle Pass, a la gente de los 5 manantiales, Carrizo, Cristo City, Laredo, San Antonio del Río, por seguir apoyando la música del gran sabor, que gracias a ustedes los hemos colocado en los top 10 en lo que es en la radio, en lo que es en la República Mexicana y Unión Americana.
Of course, they remade the Garcia Brothers. El Cometa.
Así es, también le damos gracias a toda la gente que hemos pasado más de 10 millones de reproducciones con el tema que hicimos a dueto con los García Brothers, aquí del Aguilón también, y también ese tema se ha colocado también número 1 en lo que es en la radio aquí en Estados Unidos y México, y ya, como te digo, el video oficial ya pasando más de 10 millones de visitas.
De visitas en YouTube.
En YouTube,
sí, a veces cuando estamos limpiando en la casa tenemos que poner ese rol para poder acabar de terminar.
Así es, así, todos los que andan trapeando ahorita en la mañana, que pongan la música con el gran sabor, así, para que agarren ambiente y sabor.
That's right, that's Adrian Diaz. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live Southwest.
Así es, gracias, saludos.
Texas Diamond Garage is located at 2881 North Veterans Boulevard. Personalize your car, truck, or SUV. Accessories, lift kits, maintenance, brake jobs, oil changes, and filter change. Best tires and rims around. Call them at 830-776-5363. That's Texas Diamond Garage.
StatER does its testing and evaluations quickly without the delays of a traditional emergency room. We utilize the full services of a standard ER department, including CT scan, bedside emergency ultrasound, x-rays, and a full clinical laboratory, with a focus on getting you taken care of without long wait times. Stat Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful season. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food.
Llega un momento en la vida en que necesitamos cuidados especiales. Y cuando ese momento llegue, piense en Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation Center es un centro de enfermería especializada y de atención a largo plazo que brinda servicios integrales para esas personas que necesitan un tratamiento especializado que se centra en la atención de la demencia y el deterioro de la memoria y que a la vez necesita atenciones de enfermería especializadas. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation lo espera en el 3106 Bob Rogers, aquí en Eagle Pass. Para mayores informes llame al 830-335-4832.
Texas Diving Garage is located at 2881 North Veterans Boulevard. Personalize your car, truck, or SUV. Accessories, lift kits, maintenance, brake jobs, oil changes, and filter change. Best tires and rims around. Call them at 830-776-5363. That's Texas Diamond Garage.
And we're back live. I think it's on. Is it? You just turned it on. We got Coach Tom Gonzalez of the Eagle Pass Eagles. Week 4, Coach. Already week 4. Week 4 of Texas high school football. Yeah, the season's going by quick. We turn the page to September. September's pretty quick with all the non-district games. Of course, you guys victorious on Friday, 24-0. Over the CC with Mavericks. Coach, we move ahead to this week in McCullum, the Cowboys. Last year, it was a shortened game. It was a lightning delay game where you were already up 21-0 with, I believe, 8 minutes. In the first quarter. In the second quarter. So, it was one of those games where it was done quickly. Now you travel to Harlandale Stadium. In San Antonio. What's the attitude this week for the guys? And of course, we'll talk more about some changes that we've seen out on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same attitude. The kids they're excited about playing. We've been getting on the roll lately, and so they're practicing with a lot of heart and a lot of intensity. And we've changed some things up at practice as far as the way we approach our opponents and stuff. And they've been answering the call. They're doing a good job.
Of course, Coach, we talked earlier in the year about the importance of your young guys, the young guys coming in that have not had that varsity experience, and seeing how they matured young, especially on the offensive side.
Yeah, and they've been doing a fantastic job. I mean, you've seen it. Our receivers, they're all juniors and one sophomore, and man, they're making plays. They are playmakers on the offensive side. Defensively, también our juniors and sophomores on defense, they're coming around and growing up quickly.
Yeah, of course, the speed of the game in varsity it's much different than what they're used to, accustomed to in the JV level. Of course, we got a couple of changes that kind of, for me, I saw last week in TJ Modest, a freshman coming in and running back, moving Jose Hernandez to defense and him trying to be a playmaker on defense now. Of course, you still have Caballero. You're trying to find somebody that's going to be a downhill runner, north and south and whatnot. Coach, what did you guys talk about offensively, for that change to happen?
Well, we have all three of those guys at our disposal, anytime, and all three of them are competitors. All three work hard. Blue Boy, he's our mainstay right there, and Caballero comes in and gives you a different look and doesn't stop. I mean, that guy goes hard every down. And then TJ's got that burst, he's really going to be a good one also. So we're really in a good position with those three guys, and we feel like any one of those three guys can take over that position.
Coach, hats off to Coach Villaseñor and the coaching staff. They held you guys to 57 yards, I believe, rushing. Their rush defense, I mean, is bar none one of the best. Just like you guys. You guys held them to 50. I believe it was 50. Let me go back to my notes because I know I have them here. As far as
they're covered in chorizo grease.
Well, actually, at the half, he had 15 carries for 52 yards, and they had 12 carries for 50 yards. So, again, it was one of those things where the ground game, you try to establish it as much as you could, but there was nowhere to go. Hosa after them and all those guys did a great job.
On both sides, both teams, everyone try to establish the run so they can throw, and that's what we do. And everyone does that. It opens up the pass, and it was really tough. They played us real tough up front, and they did a very good job stopping us.
Yeah, it again, it was the facet of the game. You guys got key turnovers and got yourself in short yardage situations. McCollum coming in to this week, Coach. What do you see different? Of course, they have their quarterback. As we look at some notes, we look at some notes real quick here. I'm sorry, I it's one of those things. Ryan Ramirez is they actually went to double overtime the first game.
They went
No, they didn't. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Pearsall.
Yeah.
See, I'm already going ahead. No, they actually lost to Somerset last week, and
Right.
and you guys seen Somerset, but their starting quarterback Ryan Ramirez, who's a tough runner and keeps the ball. He has a strong arm, quick release. Their featured back is number 25. When you look at film, Coach, what do you see on film that kind of stands out, Coach?
Honestly, you look at film and really everyone looks really good and really fast, and you're going, man, I don't know what we have to do to stop them or what we can do to score on them, but they really look physical, they look big, they look fast, and really like everybody. But
Yeah.
but I think we're ready to go. Our kids are pumped after last week, and like I said, we beat Southwest the week before. We just have to take care of the ball and make sure that we don't make mistakes, take care of the little things and not jumping off sides at crucial time. Little things that really can hurt you.
Well, last week again, you got 10 penalties for 95 yards, Coach. That was only in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, total. I mean, you guys had plenty of penalties, but it was those small penalties that really, that you had a drive and it stalled and whatnot. So again, you're trying to clean up the penalties this week against the McCollum Cowboys. They got Jacob Loyola, number 82, the tight end. Do they feature somewhat of what you've seen in the previous three?
Yeah, I mean, he's
opponents?
one of their main targets. They'll hit him over the middle, especially when they're in the red zone. And he goes up for the ball and catches it, a la Witten.
There you go.
And the quarterback is a 3-year starter. He's an excellent player, really. And so they got a lot of good players. Their record doesn't indicate what they're doing, but they are very tough and very physical.
Coach, Halan has come in to his own after Sarabia, going down with an injury against Southwest. But how has his leadership as a senior, come into play after that injury, and him still coming off of an injury?
Well, one thing about Alan, he's always been a good leader. I mean, you talk about our off season, you talk about last year. I mean, he takes over and he'll do the right thing all the time. He's one of the guys that we can count on to bring the team together and to make sure that everyone's doing the right thing. And so he's really done a fantastic job for us.
There you go. So just some key guys, and yes, we talked about TJ Mares, the gentleman, that freshman, the newcomer that's coming in, to come in and just have that extra, I guess, the X factor, so to speak, Coach. I mean, the kid is fast. The kid has the vision. He's one of those kids that has the like you mentioned earlier, the burst.
Right.
That you see. You brought him in last week against CC Win, and what did you see from his carries last week?
One thing about TJ, he's got a lot of confidence. He doesn't shy away from anything, and he'll go and once he does it full speed, and that's what we love about him. He actually came up to us and said, "Coach, I'm ready to go varsity, or I'm ready to go JV." The weeks before that, and so when he went JV, I think he had 6 carries for 200 yards. And 3 touchdowns against Southwest,
Okay.
And so he told us, he goes, "I'm ready to go against Win," and sure enough, I mean, he's a small guy, but he's got a lot of confidence.
A lot of confidence.
Yeah.
There you go. So that was a little bit about TJ Mares, and of course we talked about Carlos, the receiving core in Dakota, and Hiller and GC Ritchie, Carlos Santos. Those guys are namesake now as the offense gets going. But we'll be back with more after this. You're watching RealSportsLive.com.
Stat ER does its testing and evaluations quickly without the delays of a traditional emergency room. We utilize the full services of a standard ER department, including CT scan, bedside emergency ultrasound, x-rays, and a full clinical laboratory, with a focus on getting you taken care of without long wait times. Stat Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated. Stat Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. We know that our patients deserve better than the typical cramped waiting areas and long lines. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated.
Texas Diamond Garage is located at 2881 North Veterans Boulevard. Personalize your car, truck, or SUV. Accessories, lift kits, maintenance, brake jobs, oil changes, and filter change. Best tires and rims around. Call them at 830-776-5363. That's Texas Diamond Garage.
Llega un momento en la vida en que necesitamos cuidados especiales. Y cuando ese momento llegue, piense en Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation Center es un centro de enfermería especializada y de atención a largo plazo que brinda servicios integrales para esas personas que necesitan un tratamiento especializado que se centra en la atención de la demencia y el deterioro de la memoria y que a la vez necesita atenciones de enfermería especializadas. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation lo espera en el 3106 Bob Rogers, aquí en Eagle Pass. Para mayores informes llame al 830-335-4832.
And we're back live as we got Coach Tom Gonzalez of the Eagle Pass Eagles. Last year, you guys were 3-0 coming into week 4. You're 2-1.
We're 2-1 by 1 point overtime.
Yeah, Coach. Again, we want to give a special shout out to
my nephew Rene and his fiance Jackie. They're in Guangzhou, China. So
Guangzhou, China.
They're watching right now.
There you go. Mi Ranchito Mexican restaurant. I bet you they missed the Mexican style.
Oh yeah, but he's figured it out over there, I'm sure.
1720 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. Mi Ranchito. How was your breakfast, Coach? Good?
It was excellent.
There you go.
Excellent.
We got to take care of you guys, because if not, you won't be coming over here anymore.
No, we'll be coming.
Yeah, you'll be coming. But guys, again, make sure you guys, Friday night, they are going to be on the road. Eagle Pass will be in San Antonio. 7 o'clock kick.
7:30.
7:30.
It's our only 7:30 game this year.
Only 7:30 game. Yeah, everything else is 7. We're actually, Real Sports Live will be staying here at home and taking care of Pearsall and CC Win. Coach, there is somebody going to cover you guys. I don't want to crowd the place over there. I mean, come on.
That's fine, Fred. You always do a good job.
We try and do as much as we can with whatever we have allocated and budgeted.
I know where your loyalty stands.
Oh,
that's
there you go. I kid you not. It is always like that. But nonetheless, we're going to bring up Coach Eric Villaseñor. We'll be back with more after this.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Hey everyone, my name is Rudy with Mattress Clearance Warehouse, inviting you to come and see the best price mattresses in all of Laredo and now our new location in Eagle Pass. Take advantage of our great promotion that we have right now. For only $40 down, you can take your mattresses home today. Get 90 days same as cash. Queen sets start at only $150. We have a wide selection of different styles at different prices. Save as much as 75% off from big store prices. Call the number on your screen. Call me today.
And we're back live, Real Sports Live. We're with Coach Eric Villaseñor, Thunder Mavericks. Coach, we're going to have your guys' game live streaming on Friday night here at home at Cozell Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium. Coach, you got Pearsall, who you beat handily last year, 21-0. They got a sophomore quarterback coming back in Brady Blackburn, number 3, who struggles against pressure. And you guys have pressure up front, man. They're a go motor with Hinojosa, and of course your Garcia and Royce Ontiveros. I mean, those guys have a motor. You guys held Eagle Pass in the rush in rushing in the first half to 50 yards rushing, or 52 yards rushing. It was one of those games where, like you said, mentioned last week, it was one of those things where you needed to not make mistakes, and the mistakes came and they capitalized.
Yeah, and good teams are going to capitalize when you make mistakes. We said we had to play good on special teams. Unfortunately, we didn't, and they made the plays when they had to, and credit to them. They came out victorious, and we wish them well the rest of the way.
But switching of course to week 4, Coach, and Pearsall, you're getting geared up for district, Coach, and you mentioned it year after year. You have the 3 facets of you got your non-district, your district, and then of course the postseason.
Right.
That's what you're looking forward to. You're looking to make sure that 3-3 mark of last year is a 4-2 or is a 5-1, and making sure that you're in the top 4 and getting into the playoffs and getting to that dance like you mentioned.
Yeah, it's always important. I think this week we evaluated a lot of things, made some changes, and this week is a better week than any to do that. And we're excited about the opportunity. We got another football game. We got to make sure we prepare well and make sure we get after these guys and play to our standard.
Coach, and we've covered Harlan twice already. We know what they come with Coach Salas and those guys. Of course, Coach Charles over at Martin with their X Factor guy coming in. We've seen what he's done in the past couple of weeks. So you look at district and you're like, okay, if we can get to this, of course we don't look forward, but if you kind of present yourself with opportunities, like you say, to gain ground. Southwest, you've seen them here at home against Eagle Pass, so you kind of had a first eye look of what you can exploit on them and whatnot. So there is.
There's no clear-cut favorite in our district. You got to make sure you bring your A game and making sure that you're disciplined and take care of your business, because we feel any team can beat anyone on any given night, and you're going to start to see that once District 14-5A play rolls around next week.
Yeah, at 14-5A, you got the likes of Harlandale, you got Southwest Legacy, Harlan, Martin, of course CC Win. Yeah. So in all these teams, bring something to the table. And yet again, the defense was out on the field longer than expected last week too. So it's one of those things where you're wanting your defense to get the offense going, so to speak, Coach.
Yeah, we got to do a better job on offense, and I think we made some corrections heading into this week doing that. And kids really gotten a grasp of it, and we just, like we tell the kids, let's get that confidence back. Let's do it. This is an opportune time to do that. That way we're heading into district play, with a chip on our shoulder.
Coach, what did you see with JP Ramos late in that game? The kid is a straightforward, hard-nosed running back. He's one of those guys that doesn't like to cut. He goes forward. He likes to run between the tackles, Coach.
Yeah, he's shown some flashes of what he can do with his abilities, and we just want to make sure that he gets his carries at opportune times, and we're going to continue to provide him some opportunities there and see what he can do.
And him and of course your feature back in Ethan Cáceres.
He's getting better on a weekly basis. Went up against a stout defense in Eagle Pass and just ready for the next opportunity.
And if your receiving core there with Garza and De Alba and Olivo and Vasquez, they do a good job out on the outside, even blocking for Cáceres on the stretch plays and Garza and whatnot, Coach. The tempo of the game, Coach. Do you think that this week with the tempo you need to speed it up? Are you going to make any changes with Johnson and Padilla?
But Padilla's going to get the start tomorrow night.
So he's going to get to start the young quarterback, junior quarterback, Jose Padilla. He'll get to start for Coach Villaseñor and the Mavericks. So you're excited to go downfield a little bit more, right,
yeah,
Coach, with Padilla?
We're going to you know, we're going to give Padilla an opportunity. Going to give Ethan some carries in the backfield and see how that goes.
So switching up the whole format there you go. Of course, we talk about the stingy defense and that hard-hitting defense with, Josa, Flores, Ontiveros, all these guys, and then Royce and Alex Garcia. Coach, what the defense, and of course we don't have Coach Ramirez here to talk about the defense, but again, with him and Coach Salas, the defense is what you hang your hat on, and when you win championships, your defense is pretty good.
They've been doing a great job. They're just, again, on the field too long, and you can't do that against a team like Eagle Pass. Those speed will kill you in the end, and it did. But the kids bounced back. They're resilient. They came in with a great week, a great mindset, changed up some things. Change is always good. Losing teaches you a lot, and we're excited about the next opportunity.
Coach, is there anybody else that you kind of brought up from JV, as far as coming into week 4?
No, I mean we're healthy. Thank God we're healthy.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
We're healthy right now. Made some changes kind of within the team of who fits where and who can help us where in certain areas, and those are things that we really focused on over the weekend as a staff, and the kids have really done a great job executing it in practice.
There you go. That's Coach Eric Villaseñor. We're going to be back with more with Eric, and of course we'll have our special guest because he interviewed you before you came on. But we'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
Stop by at Road's Country Fried Chicken on 1910 Inland Highway. We are great supporters of the EPISD athletic department. We also like to wish the CC Win Mavericks a great 2019-2020 season. Go Mavericks!
Hello, it's Carlos Santos, wide receiver. Road's Country Fried Chicken has always been a great supporter to our Eagle Pass athletic department. Go Eagles!
Llega un momento en la vida en el que necesitamos cuidados especiales y cuando ese
Texas, with 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful team season.
And we're back live with Coach Eric Villaseñor. 7:30 start, non-district game of Week 4 of Texas high school football. Of course, Coach, you're excited about tonight because there's a big game tonight. Yeah. Alexander and Martin.
Yeah, we're gonna be there scouting Laredo Martin, and really excited to watch them live. There's a lot of things you can't pick up on video.
No, you can't, right?
Speed of the game, injury report, if they're a tempo team, if mass substitutions, all of those things you get to see live, and we're looking forward to watching them.
And we've seen Coach Charles kind of tweak, like last year. Of course, he had Duron and under center, and he had that power formation. And then this year he kind of switched it up, and his quarterback is a young quarterback. I think he's a sophomore quarterback. Yeah. So he's gotten more into the open set as far as shotgun formation and whatnot. So. We'll see what they got tonight over in Laredo, and of course you guys are here at Colesdale Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium as the Mavericks, will take on the Mavericks.
Mavericks versus Mavericks.
Mavericks versus Mavericks. 21-0 was the score last year. What did you take from last year, Coach, coming into this year?
They have a new head football coach. So
in Boca Negra.
He's bringing in a new offensive system, a new defensive system. They're a slot T offense. Last year they were more two-back offense with the power. Now it's slot T. It's a lot more misdirection. You got to be disciplined.
Much what you see Southwest play.
Well,
or a little bit different.
Different type of blocking schemes,
Okay.
different set of personnel. Got to be very disciplined with your keys and making sure you stay home because you can be fooled pretty easily with the action of what they do from the slot T offense.
From the slot T offense. As Coach said, Bocanera is a first-year coach. The Pearsall, they run 80% is run. 80%, 20%
Sophomore
passing.
Quarterback. So I mean, defensively, it's still a 4-down front. But again, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, new head football coach, and you can see the kids. They're adjusting to the system, and we know we're gonna get their best shot tomorrow.
There you go. So make sure you guys tune in to Real Sports Live Southwest, realsportslive.com, because we're gonna have it on Twitter, Facebook, and on YouTube. So make sure you guys go subscribe to our channels. We're at Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720 Del Rio Boulevard. Our own stopping grounds, man. This is our own stopping grounds.
Yes,
I remember
right.
when this was we got the old junior high here adjacent to us, tennis courts. We used to sneak in to get a burger here when there was I don't remember the restaurant that was here. It was a Burger Shack. I know Charcoal Grill was like 2 spaces down back in the day when Eric and I were in school. So it's pretty fun to.
Thanks for hosting.
How did you like the tacos, Coach?
Great.
What did you order?
Chorizo and bean.
There you go. You can't go wrong with chorizo and bean. Don't forget, guys, also, Mi Ranchito Mexican restaurant has 3 tacos with a coffee for just $3.99. They have an array of plates. You can come on in. You can call them. I believe we got Ms. Mata to give us their phone number. But again, we want to thank them for hosting week 4 of Gridiron Talk as we talk to Coach Eric Villaseñor and Tom Gonzalez. We'll be back with Tom and a special guest after these messages from our sponsors. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Coach.
Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Wind Mavericks a successful season. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food.
Llega un momento en la vida en que necesitamos cuidados especiales. Y cuando ese momento llegue, piense en Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation Center es un centro de enfermería especializada y de atención a largo plazo que brinda servicios integrales para esas personas que necesitan un tratamiento especializado que se centra en la atención de la demencia y el deterioro de la memoria y que a la vez necesita atenciones de enfermería especializadas. Maverick Nursing and Rehabilitation lo espera en el 3106 Bob Rogers, aquí en Eagle Pass. Para mayores informes llame al 830-335-4832.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Hey everyone, my name is Rudy with Mattress Clearance Warehouse, inviting you to come and see the best price mattresses in all of Laredo and now our new location in Eagle Pass. Take advantage of our great promotion that we have right now. For only $40 down, you can take your mattresses home today. Get 90 days same as cash. Queen sets start at only $150. We have a wide selection of different styles at different prices. Save as much as 75% off from big store prices. Call the number on your screen. Call me today.
And we're back live. We got Coach Tom Gonzalez. We got his brother.
Younger brother.
Rudy Gonzalez from the Valley. He came up to visit family. And, of course, he likes to watch the brother in the sideline. We had fun last year. We had a couple of games that we did. You were my color commentator, and it was fun. We had our Brownsville, the Hannah game at Incarnate Word. We had Vets Memorial over in Laredo. So we've done some games together. Really, it's been fun. It's been fun. What is it like not coaching and seeing your brother still coach?
Well, it's exciting to watch Tom. You know, I've always been real proud of what Tom has done and his accomplishments as a head football coach and athletic coordinator here in Eagle Pass, as well as Eric. But I miss a game. You know, I did it last year as they called me back after 6 year retirement, and I went back as a consultant in the Valley, and I had fun. I had fun going back. Getting used to the humidity was rough, but I had a blast doing it again.
Coach, why don't you, Mike? Why don't you ever hire him?
Well, he's a consultant,
okay,
whether I want it or not. so he's over there. You see him on the sideline with us, and he'll be going, "Hey, why don't you do that?" I'm like, "We're not paying you."
I'll get in on the timeouts with him. You know, I kind of overhear him.
There you go.
I'll borrow the chalkboard.
That's what a big brother does. So he's good.
Now, having that aspect and bringing you on and doing the color commentating, because you have the coaching background, it's the game seems for you when you look at alignment and when you look at stuff on the field, you kind of get a better picture than somebody like myself that didn't play it, but I did study it.
Right.
How different is that? How different is that?
It's a lot different because, I mean, for one, you're calmer now. You know, there's no pressure. You know, and I always try to call the defense from the. I was mostly a defensive coordinator my entire career. I called the offense 2 times, I think, in 2 years, and I try to do it from upstairs. But I think from downstairs on the sideline, you get in a zone as a coach. You know, you just get in that zone. Upstairs, it's just too quiet, and I just never got in a zone, and I could see everything, but it was hard to relay things downstairs to my coaches and to the kids, and I like talking to the kids on the sideline a lot, you know, and I would bring them in after every series, and we talk on the sideline, just whatever, so any kinds of encouragement or, you know, adjustments. So it was different.
Coach, of course, when you heard that he was going to do that playoff game, what did you think? Was his analysis pretty okay for you as far as how he depicted how the game went for you?
Of course, he's an expert at it. You know, I mean, he knows the game, and you guys actually, we went back and watched the video of your telecast and everything, and it was really good. It was awesome, and both of you guys were right spot on.
He did all the homework. When he got there, he put all the papers. I was like, okay, Rudy, what did you bring? And he says, I brought everything because I wanted to be. Is that just coming from the coaching, you know, aspect of it, that you want to be well prepared to do what you got to do?
Yeah, you definitely have to do your homework. You know, these coaches, people don't realize how much work it entails to prepare for a ball game, and I try to do the same thing, going over personnel and the backups and just a little bit of information from each player, and that's what you do as a coach. You know, every coach has got to do that to get the kids prepared.
And of course, the staff at CCUM with Coach Villaseñor, well prepared. I mean, those guys, their practice schedule is so meticulous. I've been there, and they go from one thing to another and it's just a tempo that they have, and they bring it to the field with that same tempo. Much like you guys also, you know, do your drills and do it to a way where you create that tempo of what you want during a game situation.
You got to go by a schedule, you know. I mean, you got segments and 5-minute segments, and you break down your practice, you know, into that. And if a lot of coaches, you know, they don't stick by that. Well, I'm a big stickler on that. I like to finish it right on the scheduled time and everything. And you know, I think that if a drill goes on and drags on, I mean, you're not getting anything out of it anyway, so you move on and all that. But that schedule is very important. You can't just fly by night.
There you go. Rudy, just one more question for you. Has it ever come to your mind that says, hey, you know what, I want to get back into, after retirement, go back into if somebody calls you and says, hey, I need a seasoned defensive coordinator to come in and tweak things, would you ever entertain that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been offered, especially after my first 3 years that I was out, I've got offered jobs quite a bit. But the way TRS works, it kind of penalizes you for going back. You know, you have to pay a lot of surcharges and everything. So this last time when I went back, instead of going back as a teacher, you know, so to speak, defensive coordinator, that's why I went back as a consultant.
As a consultant.
You know, yeah, because when you retire and rehire, the TRS nowadays, you kind of pay the price.
There you go. The price of retirement nowadays. You try and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna retire because I've done it so long, and then you go back because of the love of the game, so to speak, and making sure that Have you guys ever coached together in the past?
No, we've never. We've coached against each other.
You've coached against each other.
I think 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Which one was it? Where were you at?
I was in San Benito. I was in La Jolla.
He was at San Benito first, and I was at Nixon that year, and then La Jolla, and the playoff games.
In Eagle Pass.
Yeah.
He's I don't know if you want to ask.
0-3.
Well,
are you 0-3?
Do we have to go there?
Are you 0-3?
I don't even remember. He's
0-3.
They were really good games.
He's 0-100 in wrestling matches at the house.
That's crazy. 0-3. Yeah. Okay.
He's always been way bigger than me.
Okay.
So,
there you go. Of course, we caught him out at your practice yesterday, and we talked a little bit about how the season's going, and he goes, "Hey, did you have the week 1?" I said, "Yeah, I had week 1 against Uvalde in that 1-point loss in overtime, and they were up 21-6 at the half."
Gets caught up in retirement.
Oh,
and
that's
forgets
right.
His football season.
He forgets his football season.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be like, "We got a game today." He's like, What day is this? Is football season already started?
No, but my sisters, I tell you what, Ani and Sophie, they like to inform us, the grandkids. We have a big old chat room, and so they'll send videos, they'll send chats. Ani's a play-by-play girl too, man.
We got to bring her on one of these
days.
They're
really good. Both of them.
She might take control though.
Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720 Delray Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. Come by, or you can call them. Did you guys enjoy your breakfast?
It was great. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Always fun to have you guys on our Gridiron Talk Week 4 as we gear up in the non-district season, getting into district a week from now, and it's gonna.
United.
Yeah, it's we'll get to that next week, but this week you are on the road, San Antonio, McCollum Cowboys. You took care of Harlandale Memorial Stadium, 7:30.
7:30.
The only 7:30 start. Not even the CC win game was a 7:30. Right. We talked about it, Coach.
It was Coach's fault. No, it was. No. We continued our schedule since we were a home team.
The 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock next year.
Next year. There's some speculation of it maybe stopping the game for next year. I don't know if it's true or not true. I didn't want to bring it up, but it's just, to me, 7,800 people were in those stands cheering for both teams. One big community. I love it to see that many fans. The student section for CC Win, my God, they are fanatics. I mean, those guys, talking about school spirit, CC Win is bar none one of the greatest student sections out there. Have you seen the student section for CC Win?
I've been a couple of their games.
I mean, does it compare to any Valley student section?
The Valley gets pretty good. But yeah, CC Win. They put on a show there.
They put on a show, and they're diehard Mavericks through and through. The Eagles, the guys. I mean, the student section did come through also, and did have some fun and bring the excitement of what it is to have this game. But 7,800 people, 7,800.
You can't stop that rivalry. I mean, that's got to stay.
Well,
you get a lot of people that only go to that game for the,
it happens
year.
Everywhere. Harlingen South, Sharyland Pioneer.
Yeah,
it's
it's everywhere. Everywhere that you see. I mean, there's gonna be a rivalry game. I mean, of course, the last game of the season, Del Rio Eagle Pass. That's another one. That's a name stake.
That's for the older people in town because these kids are like, Del Rio. Okay,
is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So. But Harlingen, you mentioned Harlingen South, Pioneer, Sharyland Pioneer.
McCallum Memorial. I mean, there's
so many.
Nixon Martin.
Nixon Martin. The Hammer Bowl. I mean, you don't go too far. I mean, those are right in our backyard. But I enjoyed the atmosphere. I mean, I was on the booth, but just seeing it, and then having to capture the moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's like a playoff game, really.
Yeah, it is.
It's really awesome when you're down there on the field. You see all that stuff, and of course you're into the game, but
the players love it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I know we had some stoppage time, but We won't talk about that. Don't forget, guys, their Eagle Pass is out of town. They are traveling to San Antonio. 7 o'clock start. 7:30 start. Excuse me. 7:30 start at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. Is it right off of Roosevelt
and Southwest Military?
Okay. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to is it by Frank Tejada Stadium? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. So Frank Tejada Stadium. I remember it because it's baseball.
Okay.
Not
football. Yeah, again.
Yes, we talk about baseball. It's football. Week 4, Texas high school football. Freddie Rea alongside Rudy Gonzalez, Coach Tom Gonzalez, Eric Villaseñor, and the staff here at Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720. Don't forget to call them up. They're special. Their morning special, 3 tacos with a coffee for $3.99.
Very good.
You guys enjoy your breakfast, your tacos.
Very good.
Nothing like the Valley tacos.
Nothing like the Valley. The Valley puts out 14-inch tortillas.
There you go.
The only difference.
That's the only difference. It's the whole tortilla. It's a burrito tortilla instead of just a.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So again, guys, we'll be back with more after this. Watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
Capital Insurance Services has been in business since 1965. We are an independent agency representing Progressive, Allstate, Travelers, and many more. We also provide Mexico insurance. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Owned and operated by Clarissa Rivera and her friendly staff, Amanda Garza and Joanna Salinas. Sarita's Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Sarita's Tortilla Factory. Eagle Grocery, La Tienda de los Venados, established in 1939, a staple in downtown Eagle Pass. Make sure you come by and visit our meat market. Also, don't forget, we are ready for Lent. So come by and see our party supplies for all your Easter needs at Eagle Grocery, La Tienda de los Venados.
Buenas tardes, aquí apoyando a los equipos de los Mavericks y los Eagles para que este año les vaya bien y siempre los estaremos apoyando y especialmente aquí a mi hijo David López, es mi nieto, le deseamos lo mejor.
Come visit Lulu's at 2955 El Indio Highway for some great Mexican food.
Donde la comida se hace con amor.
Capital Insurance Services has been in business since 1965. We are an independent agency representing Progressive, Allstate, Travelers, and many more. We also provide Mexico insurance. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Owned and operated by Clarissa Rivera and her friendly staff, Amanda Garza and Joanna Salinas.
And we're back live at Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, 1720 Del Rio Boulevard, as we conclude the Week 4 Gridiron Talk. We want to thank everybody who's joined us, and for all our guests, for Mr. Adrian Diaz, the owner of Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, Ms. Teresa Mata and her staff, also for Coach Villaseñor, Coach Tom, and our special guest, Rudy Gonzalez. Thank you very much. I'm Freddie Rea. Good day. Keep talking sports. RealSportsLive.com.